Hey guys, welcome back to the WODdoc Project 365, episode 1271. Merry Christmas to all you out there. Hope you guys are having a great time with your friends and family. If you've been following along, you notice that we've been doing a lot of shoulder stability, not necessarily shoulder, more scapular stability stuff. We're trying to build you from the ground up, from the simplest exercises that you can do to more complicated ones to get your shoulders ready, to get your scapulas ready to support your shoulders, all right? Now, if you have been following along, you notice that we stayed below shoulder line, right? So not going above, and then we slowly worked our way above 90 degrees, which is always the more delicate portion. It's always the people that have the impinging problems that will have trouble going above shoulder level, right? But today what we're going to do is we're going to work in a downward direction. We're going to do it with a chop-esque motion, right? So if you guys know the lift and chop, this is what we're using today. But rather than stabilizing straight out in that protraction mechanism, what we're going to have to be able to do is we're going to have to stabilize in a downward fashion as we go down and across with our body. And let me show you why this is such an important movement, okay? So get yourself a band, place it up above, either on a pull-up rig or something that's a higher. I have it here on the door just because we're back at home. But what I want you to be able to do here is as I start to drive down, right, in this chop mechanism, watch what happens here. This is what I don't want to happen. Do you see how my shoulder's elevating? Okay, so I'll show you one more time. Here, see how it gets pulled up as the weight, as I'm doing that eccentric movement? That is just as dangerous as anything else when I start to allow my shoulder to elevate and dump forward, okay? Just because I'm coming back in that eccentric motion doesn't mean I can get the shoulder way up in the air and in a funky position. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna concentrate on sucking that scapula down and controlling that movement back so we don't look like this and we look like this, right? Here you go. So we're going to drive, take up whatever tension you can. Make sure that it's a little bit heavier than you would with the other exercise that we've been doing. We're coming down in this direction here, and then we're just going to slowly bring back in like a 3 to 5 second count. You notice how my shoulder stays down. If you're looking at the picture behind my shoulder, it's going to stay relatively low. 3, 2, 1. Good. One more. Down and across. 3, 2, 1. Right? And we're going to avoid, if you're watching, my shoulder elevate above the picture which you just saw, okay? So the movement is very, very simple, but the concepts are so important, all right? We're coming down and across our body. We're bringing the weight back without allowing our shoulder to elevate and get in this funky position, which can cause extra torque, extra stress, possibly impingement onto the shoulder, okay? So, super important because if we think about these positions, we get into them in dips, we get them into them in muscle ups, we get into them in bar muscle ups, we get into them in burpees, okay? So important to be able to control the downward one, and it's probably one of the more neglected ones, okay? So downward vector, super important. Guys, one more time, Merry Christmas. Hope you're spending some great time with your friends and family. Look forward to seeing you all when I get back up into Boston. Hopefully I see some of you guys down at Wodapalooza. And guys, until tomorrow, we are optimizing function to optimize performance.